like I have like three setups I'm going to go over, like the trades that we're currently in. We're currently in gold right now, it's in profit. We're in GN right now, it's in profit as well. And we're also in CC, which is also in profit. So I'll be going over those three trades, and then I'll be sharing with you guys what I called the setups, right? Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. So for the new guys, right, this setup, we've been waiting for this setup for over like a month now, right? So with this strategy that I'm going to teach you guys, especially the new guys, right? All you have to do is pretty much wait and wait and wait for the setup to come to you, right? Once you practice being patient, you could be making a lot of money in the market, 1000%, right? Because you're not rushing anything. As long as you know what you're looking for, you do your technical analysis, all you do is wait, right? So this is a GBP NZD pair. That's the setup we've been waiting on for at least, I'd say, a month now, right? And it finally came to our setup, and then we actually took the trade this morning, and we're currently in profit, right? So as you guys may know, I will start my analysis on the higher time frame, which is the monthly time frame, right? That's where I start my analysis. I place my key levels, then I go down on the weekly time frame, on daily time frame, and the 4 hour time frame, and also the 1 hour time frame to look for the entry price, right? So this is the monthly time frame. So all I do in the monthly time frame is just to place my key levels and my support level and my resistance levels. That's all I have to do, right? So I'm going to have to grab my lines, right? I'm going to have to place a level right here. So this is going to be a support level. As you guys can see, the market been trying to break above 2.00693, right? Reject, 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 false breakout, dump, reject, reject, and then finally broke above it, came back to retest it. And then the most important part, right? It closed above it, right? Closed above that 2.00693 support. And since then it's been going up, right? So also I want you guys to pay attention, right? You see this right here? This is a false breakout, right? So for the market to actually break a support, it has to also close above it, right? As you can see on the right side, the market actually went above the line and actually rejected it and closed above it. And since then it's been going up, right? So if you look at on the left side, the market never actually give you a retest, right? It just went above it and just dump, right? So this is a false breakout, right? So GN is currently trending up. I'm going to add a couple more lines, right? This is where we're currently at. This is also a good support level. But if you're looking at it from this line to that line, it is a resistance level. But if you're looking at it from let's say from here, right? From here to there, that is a support level, if that makes sense, right? So we have a support level, resistance level, and then also support, resistance, and also resistance, right? But this also can be a support level if you're looking at it from here to there, if that makes sense, right? So this is the monthly time frame. Literally, that's all you have to do in the monthly time frame. You place your key levels and you're done with the monthly time frame, right? Very easy, right? So now you go down into the weekly time frame. So this is where we are on the weekly time frame. I don't be doing pretty much anything on the weekly time frame, right? Because those key levels on the monthly time frame are still pretty much valid on the weekly time frame as well, right? So I just skip the weekly time frame. I barely look at it, to be honest, right? But if you want as well, you can add a couple more lines. You can add this one as well as a support level as well, right? Because we have a few rejections there, right? So now you go into the daily time frame. At the daily time frame, guys, that's all you need. That's where you have to pay the most attention to, guys. When I tell you, if you get the daily time frame right, there's I'd say 90% of the time you actually going to win the trade, right? Because I'm not going to say 100% because loss is going to happen eventually, right? So this is the daily time frame. The first thing you have to do in the daily time frame, right? I'd say for the guys who's actually been in the group for a long time, right? Can you please tell me what's the first thing you look for on the daily time frame?
You look for a trend.
Exactly. You look for the trend. Yeah, Ishmael also said you look for the trend, right? So on, on a daily time frame, if you get the trend right, guys, when I tell you the only way you can lose the trade is if you're not patient enough, right? So as you guys can see on the daily time frame, can you guys tell me, is the market trending up or is it trending down?
That's an uptrend.
Exactly, it is an uptrend, right? So the market is trending up, which means it is bullish. So all you have to do, guys, you should be looking for buys only, right? So if the market is bullish, you don't be looking for sales, you look for buys only, right? So The market is bullish. That's the first confluence that you have. So now you need to have at least 3 confluences or more before placing a trade, right? So the next thing we're going to do is, can you guys also tell me the next thing that we're going to do? We know GN is bullish. What's the next thing we're going to do, and how are we looking to get in on the buy?
Look for the structure.
Exactly. You look for the structure, right? The market is bullish. The next thing you do is you look for the structure, right? If you go to insert, shape, right? The market give you a low, right? This is a low, and it went all the way up to give you a white guys right here. You got the
Higher low.
low, you got
Higher
the
low.
what?
Lower high.
Higher low.
Lower high.
Come on, think harder, guys. You got the low, you got the what?
The
The
high
high.
low.
The high.
Exactly, you got the high, right? You got the low, you got the high, and then the market dropped to give you what? What would you guys call this? Right here.
A high low.
Higher low, exactly, right? So, which is a good indication that the market is bullish and you should be looking for buys only, right? Let's say before all that move happened, right? And then you notice the market give you a low, give you the high, they give you the higher low. What would you do in order to place the buy trade for GN? This is exactly what I did, and this is why I call this signal, right? The next thing you guys are going to use to place the buy for GBP NZD.
The fib.
A fib.
Exactly, Fibonacci retracement, right? So all you have to do, right? The market give you a low, give you a high, give you a higher low, and then went all the way up to give you a white guys. What would you guys call all this right here? Right? You got the low, high, higher low, and
Hi.
higher
Equal
high.
highs.
Exactly, right? It simply means this guy right here is higher than this, which is a higher high, right? This is a high, this is a higher high. So the next thing you do, guys, all you have to do is grab your Fibonacci retracement, right? Place it from the previous higher low, right, to the previous higher high, which is right here. And then you wait for the market to give you a nice 50% and 61.8% retracement. And you place the buy. And guess what, guys? You're in money. That's all you have to do, right? You got the low, got the high, got the higher low, got the higher high. Place your fib from the most recent low, right, to the most recent higher high. And then the market give you a nice higher low structure at the 61.8%. You get in, you place your stop loss, I'd say roughly 45 pips below the 61.8%. And then you're going to use 0% as your TP1, which is where the previous higher high was, and also TP2 at minus 27%, right? This is exactly how you trade, guys. Very, very easy, right? It took GN a whole month to actually come to create that higher low for us. But guess what? All we did is place our fib from the most recent higher low to the most recent higher high and wait for the market to drop to that blue rectangle box, and we get it on a buy. And right now we're currently in profit, right? The best thing about the strategy as well that I'd say is, right, we have a good RR ratio, right? Let's say if you're getting at 0.10 lot size, right? I think we're risking what, 60 pips? So that means you're risking $60 to make about, imagine you're only risking $60 to make $260, right? You can literally lose 3, 4 trades in a row, and all you have to do is win one, then you'll be back at break even or even in profit, right? This is definitely going to be a swing trade. It's definitely not going to happen this week. It's probably going to hit TP1 next week. And also TP2. What's the TP2 is at, Jeff, since you're actually looking at it?
TP2 is a 460.
Yeah, exactly. So that means if you use 0.10 lot size, you're going to be risking $60 to make about 460, right? Which is a good RR ratio, right? And then if you have a bigger account, let's say if you're using 1.0 lot size, that means you'll be risking about 600 to make 4,000, right? So it's obviously, guys, the bigger your account, the more you're going to make, right? But that's the setup. That's how we trade, right? The trend, the structure, and the fib, right? As soon as you notice the market is bullish on a daily time frame, right? You place your key structures, which is with the blue rectangle box, right? You place your low, got the high, you got the higher low, got the higher high. Then the third thing that you use is you grab your Fibonacci retracement, you place it from the previous higher low, right, to the previous higher high. and then you wait for the market to create a nice structure at the 50 and 61.8%. You get in and you ride it all the way up to 0% for TP1 and minus 27% for TP2, and you're done, right? All the trades that we won, like every single trade that we're currently in profit right now, gold, CC, GN, we all use the same strategies, all the same strategies, all the same setup, right? And I'm going to go over CC and gold as well. You're going to notice this is the exact same thing, right? The only way you can literally lose the trade after you actually get the trend right on the daily time frame is if you're not patient enough, right? So you all good on the GN trade?
Yo, Mino,
Yeah,
I want to have again a rough idea about the strategy, not go in detail because I was trying to summarize it to see
yeah,
if I get it. So like when you start, you start with the monthly first, then you start placing your your lines,
right,
and then after that you go weekly.
right,
Weekly, what do you look for? You try to place more lines, to make sure what you saw was right. You try to place more line to see where it breaks through or where it does false break.
exactly,
Okay, so this part I get it. So, and then after that, then you move in daily, and then for daily, you said we're looking for the trend, right?
right,
Okay, and then this is when you do the structure, try to find the low, high, low. This part I get it, high, low, and all. And then the part where I still have it's still a bit difficult for me to get. I think it's at the fib. Yeah, when you do the fib. So from you place your zero at the high low, right?
It depends on what you're looking for, right? So if you're
Yeah,
looking for a buy,
yeah.
show you real quick, right? If you look for a buy, you just go grab the fib. You're gonna have to start from the bottom
Mhm,
right, right? And you drag the fib all the way up, right? And then if you look at
mhm,
and you went as like usually like if the market goes for the 50%, and then we add one entry at the 50%, and then if it drops to the 61.8%, 61.8% is the sweet spot, and that's when we add a second entry and then just hold it, right? But
okay.
you definitely summarized everything pretty well, to be honest. And you just started like 2, 3 days ago, and I'm very impressed, bro. And the fib, to be honest with you, the fib is definitely going to take you sometimes, right?
Okay, yeah.
The fib is
I
very
think that's
difficult
why
to
I'm.
master. Even some guys in the group who've been in the group for like over 4 or 5 months, they still got some issues here and there with the Fibonacci retracement, right? So the thing that can help you with the fib is to actually make sure you place those blue rectangle boxes, right? It's going to help you,
Mhm,
right? It's definitely going to help you because if you don't, you might confuse the structures, right? So the
mhm.
rectangle boxes give you like a visual look for the structure, right?
After putting the fib like on the bottom line, since I don't see the numbers, I want to
Yeah.
say
Mhm.
something so that like you put the bottom line on the, I think it's the higher low, like on this one, the
Exactly.
bullish,
Yeah, higher low, yeah.
okay? And then um the last line, I mean the top line, we put it on the higher high, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and then what are we looking for to enter? That's the part where I'm a bit confused. We entering at which? What are we looking for to enter?
That's a great question, bro. If the market drops to the 50%, because we look to get in between the 50% and the 61.8%, right? If the
Mm-hmm,
market drops to the 50% and give you like 2 to 3 touches and respects the 50% level, you can add
mm-hmm,
one entry. But usually the market usually drops to the 61.8%, and that's where we also add a second entry at the 61.8%, right? But as soon as you see the market respected the 50% and the 61.8% level, guess what? We placed a buy and we currently in profit. And if you look at CC, CAD CHF, it's the same setup. If you look at gold, it's the same setup. If you look at
yeah,
G,
yeah.
it's the same setup. Every single trade that we actually won, and today's only Monday, right? And we actually closed like 2 or 3 trades in profit already, right? Every single setup that we took is the same strategy, right? If you follow the same strategy and you stay consistent, you have a good trading plan, bro, you'll be killing it, man. You'll be killing it for sure.